It's Fallon for the ball.
Well, Fallon Sherrock was the winner of 2 events on the opening day of Women's Series action for 2021. It was fantastic, Fallon, yesterday. Can she carry on
25. Corrine's won the ball.
Her success and book a debut at the Grand Slam of Darts? She's got a tough task in the second round here against Australia's Corrine Hammond, the woman she beat in the final of the second event, the first that she won yesterday, and 45. Again in the quarterfinals, coming back from 3-1 down to Hammond before beating Dobromyslova and Hedman to double up.
135.
Well, it's a strong start from Sherrock. She's already beaten Chloe O'Brien to get here. Fallon Sherrock, Colin, is a long way ahead at the top of the order of merit after winning a couple of matches. Do you see
81.
Any other outcome than her earning that Grand Slam spot at the end of this evening?
Yes. Maybe.
58.
Listen, she's put herself in a very, very, very comfortable position, but the way that Fallon is, she's a go-getter. You know, she'll want to win all 3 of these today.
45.
But certainly if she does well in this first one, if she gets through this match, Murph, and she goes on to win this first one, that's an awful lot of pressure on the rest of the ladies. You know, because she'll be in such a comfortable
42.
position that she can actually not sit back, but she can relax a little bit more in the next 2. But I dare say there's a few ladies out there, Corrine being one of them,
140,
that will want to put a stop to that because they'll want to get through themselves.
Yeah, well, Corrine Hammond certainly is in the running, 4th in the order of merit overnight after that final and quarter-final run.
125.
Lisa Ashton, of course, is the lady in 2nd place, but she's got a tough task as well in the second round. She's up against Lorraine Winstanley right now, and she's actually 2-0 behind in that match.
95.
It's just strange to keep saying that all these big-name players playing each other in the second round. I mean,
105.
This match could be a film series. It's a trilogy at the minute. How many more are we going to get? We've still got 2 main events still now.
Hammond looking to draw first blood, 20. And she's got a lovely guide for the bull there.
70.
Just couldn't find it. Looked very inviting.
Game shot.
But she doesn't come back because, as Sherrock so often does, she finds that double 18. She breaks a throw. She leads 1-0 and she takes control.
$60. $60.
Well, Sherrock
99.
1 up. And I do apologise for a slight technical difficulty. I've just been informed I've been talking to myself, or just talking to you without the ace analytical mind of Colin Lloyd. Well, Jaws, let's try again, shall we?
I'm back. I'm back, hopefully. Jaws is back for the 6th time or whatever it is.
83.
Talking about that, Murph, this could this is a trilogy now we're into. Could we get a 4 and a 5? It's like the Rocky films, isn't it, or the Jaws films?
How many could we get at the end of 12
22.
events, meetings between this pair?
I have to say, Fallon, she looks a lot more relaxed this
59.
morning than she looked yesterday morning. She didn't quite look herself. I'm not going to take anything away from Lisa Ashton. Lisa Ashton dished out a 4-0 towards Fallon, but she looked a lot better as the day went on. She didn't quite look settled in the morning, whereas this morning she looks a little bit more composed, a little bit more settled, a little bit more ruthless.
Yeah, perhaps having won those 2 events, she's relieved a little bit of pressure. I was quite impressed, actually, when talking to Fallon at the end of the second tournament yesterday. she said, look, I've not won anything yet. I've won 2 competitions, but there's still a lot of work to do
88.
today and indeed in Barnsley when they come back for events 7 to 12. And that's the right attitude. This could be the right finish. Can Fallon find tops?
60.
Well, she couldn't, and that gives Hammond a chance to break.
Yeah, nice little set-up shot there from Corrine to give herself this opportunity. It's a very good guide. Ooh, just pulled that one a little bit. Just 1 dart left now.
18.
Yeah, I think she was disappointed. I think she knew as soon as she had thrown it, it wasn't a very good dart. And she's been duly punished. As Fallon steps up and takes out double tops to double her lead to 2-0 in a race to 4. This is where the pressure really starts, Talon Murph, because you're already 2 legs behind. And you think to yourself,
70.
I've got to hold my throw now. I can't go 3-0 down. It's more or less curtains if you go 3-0 down.
Yeah, Fallon seems to have that bit of a fear factor now for opponents. Maybe aside from Lisa Ashton, the only woman to beat her this weekend, and she did it 4-0. I think that's the one thing that Fallon would probably covet now if she is going to
100.
top the order of merit and seal that Grand Slam spot. The other bonus would be a win against Lisa, wouldn't it? Because, to be brutally honest, she does have a horrendous record against Ashton.
57.
Well, we can say it in here because Fallon can't hear it. But yeah, I'm still in shock about that, Murph. When you told me the record, I just think, really? And I didn't
90.
believe you. I had to actually lean over and look at your screen to see it. And I don't know, does Fallon know that record? Does Lisa know that record? It's not my story to tell.
134.
I'm not getting involved.
It didn't look like being her day, did it, when Ashton beat her 4-0, but it was a fantastic day for Fallon and Callan. For those of you who watched the European Tour yesterday, Callan Ridd's averaging 110 and 100% on his doubles in beating the world number 2, Peter Wright. Well, the action gets back underway from the Gibraltar Darts Trophy from 12 o'clock. You'll be able to switch between streams to enjoy the Women's Series and the European Tour on this Super Sunday of Arrows action.
100.
I think anybody out there, Murph, that's listened to our dulcet tones in the commentary here, I don't think they'll be going anywhere, do you?
51.
Well, there will be a few breaks in play where we'll forgive you for tuning in to the ramblings of Dawson, Nicholson and Malarkey.
$44.
Just not pressurised enough is Corrine, unfortunately. Fallon now 2 darts at tops to take a 3-0 lead. Only needs the 1. And she's got the throw to try and seal a 4-0 result in this very tense second round match.
Yeah, 3-0 Fallon. Lisa Ashton has levelled up against
60.
Lorraine Winstanley, winning the last 2 legs to make it 2 apiece in that one. We do have 3 players already through to the last 16. They are Suzanne Smith, who's beaten Courtney Hine 4-2, Vicky Proom, who's beaten Joanne Dima 4-0, and Mikuru Suzuki, who's made it back-to-back 4-0 wins today. A much better start from her on Sunday. The Japanese star, Suzuki, fired up. Sherrock going to make it a 4-0 win here against
45.
her good friend Corrine Hammond, but it's a friend and a rival at the moment. And number 1 plays number 4 on the Women's Series Order of Merit.
100.
By what you're saying there about Suzuki, it sounds like she's on her bike today to get a result.
I used to do the puns around here.
140.
Really turning the screw now is Fallon Sherrock. 180 there to leave herself 61 after 12 darts. Championship winning stuff this is.
99.
I imagine it'll be 25 for double 18. And in it goes, and through she goes, and it is Super Sherrock on Sunday. The star of Saturday completes a 4-0 win against Corrine Hammond.